Hi guys, so today I want to talk to you about my most easy to care for houseplants. Um, to me, they are plants that require little maintenance. They are happy wherever, um, with whatever water you give them, with whatever light, they'll still survive. So I'm going to take you on I think it's going to be little tour. It might end up being big. We'll see. But I'm going to take you on a little tour around and show you my easy to care for plants. Alright, let's go. So this plant here is going to be the first easy to care for me. He is a fiddle leaf fig. Now he has been easy since I got him back in October, except for recently he got spider mites, but we've treated him. He's all good. He's back to doing his thing. My next easy to care for plant is this fiddle leaf fig as well. So I got this one in December at Home Depot, and literally I just water him once a week thoroughly, and he's happy. He's been putting out new leaves. He hasn't this month, but last month he put out 2. But yeah, he's pretty easy to care for. I have no issues with him. He stays in this east-facing window with all these other little plants here, and he's happy. My next easy to care for plant is this peperomia here. I think this is peperomia Jenny, or maybe not. Anyway, this plant is super easy to care for. I kind of treat her like a succulent, and I water her not every week, but like every week and a half or so. I give her a little bit of water, and she's doing great. She's not in a draining pot. She doesn't have a drainage hole, so I don't water her a ton, and she seems to be happy. I've had her for a few months. I believe I got this one from IKEA, and at the same time when I got this pot too. This is an IKEA pot. And my next plant that is super easy is my rubber tree. I've had this guy since October of last year. He was my mom. She gifted him to me, so he came pretty big. However, since I've had him, he's probably put out at least 20 new leaves. He had a dormant period in winter, but since spring has started, he's back at it. He already put out this leaf here. This is a new one. It's still soft. Oh, and shiny. It's all pretty. But he's got another one coming up right here. This one's probably getting ready to do something. But he's been so easy. He stays in the east-facing window. I water him once a week. I mist him. I don't think he really needs to be misted, but I do mist this guy. And he's healthy. He's happy, so I'm good. So right here, this is a newer plant, and I didn't want to do any new plants because, I haven't had them long enough to really, establish a care routine for them. But I'm just going to say this Prince of Orange has been so easy. I've had him probably for a month and a half now. He's working on his second leaf, putting out a second leaf, and I mean, he's so happy. He just sits here on the floor. He gets the east light, east facing light, and this is my office that gets this light, and he's just so content. Like, I mean, the leaves are perfect. He gets watered weekly. He's on a tray, a pebble tray, but it looks like he's dry, so I wanted to put some water there. But I mean, ever since I got him, he's been super happy, and he's growing. So I'm going to say he's one of my easy to care fors. Alright, so let's move on. Okay, so my next one is the peperomia watermelon. This guy has been so easy. I've had no trouble with him. I've had him for probably about 4 to 5 months now. And I mean, he even just got finished flowering. That's how happy he is. I kind of take flowering as a sign that my plant is content and I'm doing something right. But yeah, I mean, he's super happy. He just keeps putting out new leaves, flowering. He is one happy little guy. He's in a pot that does not drain, so I don't water him a ton, but I water him often, if that makes sense. I water him a little bit often. But yeah, he's happy. I mean, it's so easy. And I know I've seen people who've had trouble with these guys, but I haven't had any trouble with him. All right, so let's move along. Okay, so these two guys here are in the Sansevieria family. I believe it, I want to say it's the Hyaene. If I'm saying it wrong, just let me know, but I believe they're the Sansevieria Hyaenes of the Hyaene variety, genus, whichever. Anyways, so these guys are very, very low maintenance. I water them maybe once a month. They're happy. This one is putting out a baby. Actually, they both have babies. Let me see if I can get that to brighten up. There you go. So yeah, they both have babies. And this one, this big one right here is actually one of the babies that I got out of that pot. And here's its baby. And this plant, if you can see close here, I almost killed it last year because when I bought it, I got it from Lowe's. It was outdoors in their dollar spot. Well, they don't really have a dollar spot, but in their clearance section rack. So I thought it was an outdoor plant, and I left it outside all summer long. And it did well. It was in rain, sun, you know, everything, and it was perfectly happy outside. And then once fall hit and it dropped, you know, the temperature dropped, the leaves started to get really soft, and they got wrinkly, and I ended up bringing it in the house and repotting it and trying to take off, you know, the bad leaves, because then, you know, that's when I started doing more research, and I'm like, this isn't an outdoor plant, at least not for my region. We get, you know, winter, we get snow and ice and you know, high cold winds and things like that. So this definitely is not a plant to have outside if you get real winters. Okay, so my next easy to care for house plant is this pothos. I've had this plant for probably over 5 years. It's grown long, I cut it back, it grows long, I cut it back. I've propagated it so many times, but it is so easy to care for. I mean, I just water it once a week and I leave it alone. It can go low light, it can go medium light. The higher light you have it in, the more variegation you're going to get. So this guy's got a little bit of variegation on him because I put him in a new spot. I don't know if you can see. And he's gotten kind of bald in the back, so I'm going to either buy an extra plant from the store, or I'm going to propagate and then repot it in the back of him just to make him a lot fuller. Alright, so I have one more plant, one more plant to show you guys, and I'll just span across this ledge. This is where I keep my trailing plants, except for the cactus there, but I want them to kind of trail down this wall here eventually. So last but not least is the ZZ plant, and I think a lot of people will agree that this plant is one of the easiest to care for. You kind of you can forget to water it, you can put it in, you know, near darkness, and it will still grow and thrive. Now it won't thrive as much as it would if it had, you know, proper lighting and regular watering, but it will still grow, which is amazing. This guy, I try to water him every other week. He is in a non-draining pot, so he doesn't get a ton of water. He just gets just a little bit, and then I'll come back, you know, the next week and a half and then water him again. But he was just one stalk. He was my grandmother's, and I guess she didn't have luck with him, and my mom didn't have luck with him, so I got him, and now he's got 2 new stalks on him. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment section. I'm happy to answer those. Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you want to follow me and see more pictures of my house plants, you can follow me at The Thrifted Planter on Instagram. All right, guys. I hope you have a great week.